Hi guys, welcome back to the channel for another video. So today I'm with the 2022 Suzuki XL6 facelift. That's the car sitting right behind me. This is the Alpha Plus top spec manual variant. I don't have the automatic with me. And yeah, special thanks to Nexa Jorat for allowing me to shoot this video. So the showroom details is given in the description below. You can also see right now running on the screen. If you want to go for the new XL6 or any other Nexa product, then make an inquiry with the numbers given in the description below. So today I will be going to show you the changes that it has got. Yeah, there are very few changes visually, but the rear profile has been mostly changed, and also it now runs on 16-inch alloy wheels. Changes has also been made to its engine for better fuel economy. I don't know how Maruti Suzuki does that with every single time they keep improving their fuel economy of their cars. So without any further delay, let's get started with the video. But before that, if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also press the bell notification icon to get notified every single time I upload a new video to this channel. So let's get started. So like always, starting with the keys, here are the key fob that you will get with the Suzuki XL6 facelift model. Similar to the previous gen car, one side there is the Suzuki logo, there are two buttons, lock and unlock button. There is no follow me headlight function yet. Again, I don't know why it's not there, but it should have been there. But anyways, there is also a physical key. You can like slide this button and get the key out here like that. So yeah, that's the front fascia of the car. Nothing much has been changed from the previous gen model. Everything is similar, but the chrome has been added to the grille itself. So these two portions here and here, both these chromes have been added newly. There is also 360-degree parking camera. Yeah, now the XL6 with the facelift model comes with 360-degree camera, obviously in the top spec Alpha and Alpha Plus variants. So now the XL6 is offered in three variants. There is the Zeta, then there is the Alpha, then there is the Alpha Plus. There is also dual tone color scheme that's now available. And yeah, now most of the visual changes that you see, you cannot differentiate it. Only if you nitpick, then you can see the changes. Obviously there is a chrome strip added to both the fender section here. The major change on the outside or the exterior, you can, or mechanically you can say, is that now it runs on machine finished 16-inch alloy wheels. Obviously the body cladding is like before. It runs along the whole sides of the car and give it type of an SUV look. So there is another camera here under the ORVM. These are body colored now. Both the ORVMs in this Alpha Plus manual model gets 360-degree parking camera. Obviously there is a rear parking camera also. So talking about the tires now, so as I've already mentioned, these are machine finished 16-inch dual tone alloy wheels, and the tire section is 195 60 R16. And yeah, you might be thinking that the tire profile is still very skinny. This has been done to increase the fuel economy of the car. The engine has also been retuned. Now it's not K15B, now it's K15CN. Most of the websites and even some videos, they are saying it's K15B tuned. No, it's not K15B. It has been retuned. And yeah, obviously the overall architecture is similar, but the engine has been retuned. Dual Z VVT engine, so obviously petrol, and now it offers a highway mileage of RI claim mileage of around 20 kilometers per liter. I don't know how Maruti Suzuki does that every single time with their cars. They keep on increasing the fuel economy of their cars. Even though it's a 1.5 liter 1500cc engine, the fuel economy is awesome on papers. I will see if it shows that while I drive. Obviously this is the manual car. This will obviously be giving more mileage than the automatic car. And talking about the automatic car, now the gearbox from the 4-speed torque converter has been updated to a 6-speed torque converter, and due to that the pricing of the car has substantially been increased by around 1.5 lakhs. Obviously the new gearbox is much expensive both for Maruti Suzuki, and obviously they will be collecting that money from customers, so the pricing of the car has also gone up. Now yeah, roof rails are there. New things that has been added to the car are, obviously I've told you, 16-inch wheels, 360-degree parking camera. There is also tire pressure monitoring system. I forgot to show you. So you see these things, these valves, so there the sensor is attached and it's shown only on the center screen. It is not shown in the MID. I will check it again if it's shown or not, but the surprising thing is that the tire pressure is shown in kilopascals. it could have been shown in bar. The setting I couldn't find out, but hopefully that will help because the warning will be shown. So coming to the rear profile of the car, obviously you've seen the side profile, nothing major changes has been done. Most of the changes are there in the rear profile. There you can see the shark fin antenna there. Also there is a roof spoiler now. Obviously the roof rails you have already seen. There is the high stop mount brake light, then there is the washer situation there. The glass has been tinted out. So in the top-spec Alpha Plus variant, the side windows and even the rear windshield gets UV cut glass, so you can see a slightly greenish type tint when it's in direct sunlight, and the front windshield gets IR cut glass. That's what Maruti Suzuki is claiming. So that's the side profile, and yeah, I'll come to the interior. Let me show you the rear profile now. So blacked out LED tail lights you can see, and yeah, this is the halogen side indicator. This is the reverse gear light. Obviously these two could also be given LED. These are halogen bulbs. This is the signature LEDs. Tail light of the car is smoked out. Obviously there is a black part here. There is chrome, I believe it was on the previous gen model. Here it has been moved up here. Obviously there is the Suzuki logo. There is the reverse parking camera there, and yeah, washer situation is there. Two reflectors, parking sensors. Yeah, but the front doesn't get any parking sensors. Let me just show you before going inside. The front doesn't get parking sensors. Obviously all the models or all the variants of the XL6 is offered with all LED lighting, even the Jetta model, but the top-spec Alpha Plus variant gets automatic headlights, and there are the reflector type LED fog lights. You can see it right now. The illumination is decent enough. It's not bad. It works just fine out on the highways when it's a foggy situation and all those sorts of stuff. So yeah, again you can see 360-degree camera to this side. Now let's talk about the boot space. To access the boot space, you have to pull this knob here. Obviously there is a request button here. Both the front doors also get request button. I will come to that in a bit. So once you open the boot, here is the boot space. Very flat loading lip is there. Obviously there are parcel shelf, and with the third row seat up like this, you have to pull up the third row seat. Sorry, let me pull it up. Oh, okay, so third row seat is up. Then the boot space is decent enough considering the size of the car, because the length of the car is more than 4.4 meters. So boot space with the third row seat up is 209 liters, and with the third row seat down, with both the seats down, you have to pull a knob here to put it down. With the third row seats down, the boot space is awesome 505 liters, but then the passenger capacity decreases because the second row can only sit 2 people. I will come to that in a bit, but you can increase the boot space by removing this parcel shelf, and yeah, there is the space increases. There are a few more safety items here. The toolkit has been put here, the jacks and all those sorts of stuff. No light placement is not there. There is also no 12-volt socket, but the 12-volt socket is there in the third row seating itself. So very simple, nothing much to show. The boot space is very flat because the spare wheel has been put down under there, as you can see, and it's a full size steel wheel, not alloy wheel, but better to get full size steel wheel. And before going inside, I want to talk one more thing. Now that the XL6 is a MPV, and obviously the Suzuki Ertiga has also been updated. It's based on the Ertiga, and that has also got many same features like the XL6, like TPMS, Tyre Pressure monitoring system, all those sorts of stuff. But the XL6 is a much premium car. I still have one little complaint, that to make it stand apart from the Ertiga, something more can be done, like 4-wheel disc brake could have been given, because it's a much more premium car than the Ertiga. And obviously there are no such things, but the front gates only ventilated disc, rear gates drum. ABS EBD is there. Now there is ESP and hill hold assist, only in the automatic. Hill hold assist is in the automatic, not in the manual. But yeah, ESP is there standard across all the variants, and all the variants get 4 airbags. There is like side curtain airbags on the seat there, front seats obviously. So that's everything on the exterior. Let's now show you the interior. So as this is the top spec Alpha Plus manual variant, it gets this nice leatherized seat covers. Obviously to go into the third row seating, I will not go because I've already made the video of the pre-facelift model, and if you want to check that out, like the interior spacing in details, then you go to the I button up there. The video is already out in the channel. So to go into the third row seat, you can simply pull this knob here, then the seat slides forward and you can easily go from this side. Or if you don't want to go like that, then pull the seat here, you have to pull it like this, and you can also go from the middle portion here. Obviously both the seats get isofix child seat mounts as written here. Then there is the 3-point type seat belt sliding function. Also there is a reclining function. I'm sorry I cannot show you with one hand, but there is a reclining function here. So that's everything, but the AC vents are put on the top. There is no sunroof yet, and there are no AC vents on the third row seating, even though it's facelift model. And I have the same complaint again. To differentiate it from Ertiga, AC vents could have been given because it's a much premium car. It's sold via Nexa, so it could have been done. Also there is a only 12-volt socket here. USB ports could have been given. It's not there, just like the Baleno USB ports it's given like the new Baleno. So that's everything. The window areas are large enough. The interior spacing, there is no complaint. The comfort levels are also good. The suspension is tuned really very nicely. Going in and out of the car is also very good because the doors open really nice and wide enough. Door pockets are there, decent size. 1-liter bottle can be put nicely. Map pockets are also there. Soft touch finish is there in this top spec model because it feels like leatherite type material is given. Chrome door handle, but the interior is very black and you won't see much of the changes. But once you go inside, but before going inside, you can see there's a request button here. So Maruti does that to most of their cars. They give request button to both the driver and co-driver side door. There is also physical key situation here, which you can use it with the physical key in the key fob. But yeah, so once you open the door, you can again see the interior. You cannot see much of the changes that has been done, but the thing here that you see on the doors and here on the dashboard, this has been changed from wooden finish to something like marble type finish, and now it's glossy. That's only the visual interior changes, but the infotainment system has been updated. It's Smart Pro, not Smart Pro Plus. Like you have seen on the Baleno, it's still the 7-inch unit, but the AI, like the software, has been updated. It gets Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, awesome, all those sorts of things are there. But before going inside, let me talk more about the seats and all. The front seats in the Alpha Plus variants get ventilated seats. As you can see here, there is the button for ventilated seats, and obviously these are leatherite perforated seats. 8-way adjustable driver side seat because it gets height adjustability. Also there is sliding function, and yeah, there's all sorts of things that I want to show you before I go inside. Now let's get inside and talk more in details about the interior. There you can also see a light there, hopefully. So there is a light there on the footwell there on both the driver side and co-driver side. Space some sort of ambient lighting situation is done, but sorry, it's not ambient light. It is just a simple light. You cannot change the color, I believe. So that's the interior of the car. The design has been kept almost similar. The MID has not been changed. It gets the instrument cluster, what I mean to say, it gets analog speedometer, digital MID is there in the middle, and obviously there is the speedometer, there is the analog tachometer, all those sorts of things are there. The steering wheel has been updated. Flat bottom steering wheel is there, nicely leather wrap. Obviously if you have seen other Maruti Suzuki car, it just feels like home. So nothing much more changes has been done. There is a change here actually, or things has been added. A small cubby holder, and also there is a separator to separate the spacing here. You can put some coins, cards and stuff like that. So good addition. Nothing much to say, but the very hard plastic situation is there. No soft touch material or as such. 4 airbags, as I have already told you. This side front seats also get side curtain type airbags as written here. Where it's written, sorry, there's something somewhere it's written actually. So hope you can see the SRS airbag written here. Obviously both the driver and passenger gets height adjustable seat belts. Here you can see the vanity mirror situation is that both the driver and co-driver sunset gets vanity mirror with light. Really very nice addition. Again to this side also vanity mirror with light, and obviously this is the top spec Alpha Plus variant, so it gets that there is no auto dimming mirror, there is only a manual dimming mirror. This is the sunglass holder. These are not LED lights but halogen lights. LED dome lights could have been given but not there. The sun visor works decently. There is not much an issue. It stops the light from the front nicely, but it's useless when you put it side because large area is left out here. So the steering now also gets tilt and telescopic adjustability. So there is telescopic adjustability, there is tilt adjustability. So that's it. And yeah, no automatic rain sensing wiper, but there is auto headlight function. As you can see here, auto headlight function is there. It's good. To this side there is another button, that's ESP. You can turn it off and on. Then this is for the 360-degree parking camera. This is the headlight leveler switch. This is the auto start stop function. Then this is the ignition switch. So let's turn it on. Again, let's turn it on. I won't be starting the engine, I will be only turning on the cooler because it's really very hot inside here. So as I've already told you, the windows get tinted. Like these side windows they get a UV cut glass, but the front get IR cut glass. So the temperature is kept really low while the car is sitting ideal in very harsh sunlight condition, because the windows get tinted to a light greenish type situation. Now you cannot see because there is no direct sunlight. So coming to the infotainment display, there are few things that has been added. The user interface has been changed. Obviously there is no button, which I already hate it. I won't be going into details. Talking about sound quality, all the 4 doors get speakers. There are 2 tweeters placed to the A-pillar. They are on not exactly A-pillar but the doors here. So yeah, talking about the 7-inch Smart Pro infotainment screen, this is not the Pro Plus like you have seen on the new Baleno, but the Pro itself, but it has been updated. Obviously it gets Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Then there are features like this average speed, fuel economy, energy flow situation, that you can see the battery is charging or discharging, something like that. Then there is the TPMS, and as I've already told you, the TPMS is shown in kilopascal, not bar. We Indians are usually like comfortable in seeing the tire pressure in bar, but it's not shown. And right now it's not showing because I am not running the car, so obviously it will not be showing. And yeah, footwell light, you can see link with doors on off, so you cannot change the color. The AC mode while idling stop, lots of information and things you can, it's there. It is shown currently. And obviously fuel economy, average fuel economy is shown, which is not showing great because it's been idling for a long time currently. Now before moving to other topics, I want to mention few more things about the 7-inch Smart Pro infotainment screen. It now gets Suzuki Connect app integration, which helps you to connect it to your smartphone via the app remotely, and that lets you control and know various vital things about your car. I won't be telling you in details, but with the help of the Suzuki Connect app, you can remotely start the car and pre-cool the car by turning on the AC. However, remote start is available only on the automatic variants. You can also turn on and off the headlights and other things. Some other features includes live dashboard parameters, live car location, geofencing, trip overview, and driving analysis. Don't know how useful all these features will be to the end customers, but it's better to have more features. Then there is the 360-degree camera, and you can turn that on by pressing the button on the right side of the steering wheel located in the dashboard. It works decently and the resolution in the screen is just fine and works for daily use considering the price of the car. And yeah, coming to the MID, this is the instrument cluster. The MID is just like similar, just like before. LCD is there, and yeah, to the left side there is the analog tachometer, to the right side there is the speedometer. Smart hybrid system is there. You can see the average fuel economy, outside temperature is also shown. There is a economic light there, so it turns green, blue, just like you have seen on the 4th gen Honda City, how it changes colors. So something like that. And yeah, average driving time is shown, total idling fuel save 45 milliliters something like that, which is nonsense actually. 45 milliliters, what will happen with that? So clock, then there is the motion front. If you are enthusiastic like want to drive this car enthusiastically, you can see that. And yeah, obviously torque and power figures are also shown, acceleration, brake, all those sorts of things are shown. Then this is the energy flow system of the smart hybrid system. As you have already you already know how smart hybrid system in Maruti Suzuki cars work. So that's it, nothing much more to show. Obviously you can see the total trip A, trip B, all those sorts of things with the knob here. So cruise control is there. No, this is not adaptive cruise control, normal cruise control. There are the keys for receiving and for voice command, then volume control and all those sorts of stuff. This here is the windshield control unit or the stick. So something like that. The AC control is here, nice auto AC is given, but the AC is not turned on right now. Obviously the flow is really very good, the AC works decently in Maruti cars. And coming to the other function about the AC, I really love knobs. So knobs are there. This is the hazard light switch, this is for the alarm, and yeah, different sorts of modes are there. Auto function is there in the AC. So there is a small LCD to know what is like working or not. Then coming to the down under here, you get twin cup holders with cooling function, so you can increase it. With the AC on, it will keep your drinks cool in warmer days, so you can control it by a knob here. So one of the best feature about the XL6 currently is that in the top spec car you get ventilated seats. So here are the ventilated seats switches. You can turn both these on, so air will flow from the seats because these seats are perforated, and it really makes your ride very comfortable. Obviously to both the sides there are twin points. So this is the USB port for connecting your phone to the system here for Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, something like that. And there is the 12-volt socket, something like that. So let me turn off the ventilated seats function because the car has been idling, you don't need that. Then there is the gear lever, there is the handbrake, manual handbrake, there is a small armrest which you can slide actually, and yeah, to open it you have to pull it like this. But this storage is really not very useful, it's very small. So yeah, that's everything. There is also AC vents to here, so everything is done very decently. And yeah, the interior liner is also good, but once you see all these things, it resembles just like the Ertiga, not something very premium. But once you look into the back, then the things changes. The interior spacing is really very good, captain seats very comfy, decent quality. And talking about now pricing of the XL6, the XL6 has been priced like from 11.29 lakhs in Jorhat and goes up to 14.55 lakhs for the top spec Alpha Plus automatic dual tone variant. Yes, now it comes with automatic dual tone color schemes. And obviously in the dual automatic car, before I forget, I want to say there are pedal shifters now in the steering wheel, with the steering wheel, and with the pedal shifters the gear shifts are really very fast, considering it a torque converter, because it's a new unit 6-speed torque converter. Earlier there was 4-speed torque converter and it was not very great, but it was very tried and tested. And the new one is also good, the fuel economy is also good on the new car. But this is a manual, obviously you will get much more fuel economy in city driving condition in this, like 13 to 14 km per liter with a 1.5 liter engine. It's surprising, but you will get that. And in highway it will be like 20 kilometers per liter, which is very decent for a car of this size. And yeah, I won't be showing you the seat height or the headroom and all those sorts of things. My height is not that good, I am around 5'4". Even for taller people, the XL6 is good because you get height adjustable seats and all those sorts of stuff. So lots of adjustments are there for the driver. Obviously this is a tall car, like around 1.7 meter meters its height is, so even 6-footers will not have any issue. And for the detailed video for into the interior spacing, just look into the I button there. The detailed video about the pre-facelift model has been made. As I have already told you, the pre-facelift model, this one, the facelift model, the dimensionally it's everything similar. Mechanically few changes has been made to the engine, which I will show you right now and talk about that. Then we'll go for a test drive. So this here is the engine bay of the Suzuki XL6 facelift model. Obviously you can see insulation there, insulation on the firewall. This is the 1.5 liter K series 4-cylinder engine. Obviously it has been updated, dual jet VVT engine, and yeah, it's not the K15B, it's the next series of K15B, K15CN. I don't know what N is, but the C is the next series of the B. Next to B is C, obviously. So it's a naturally aspirated unit. Obviously you can see the starter generator there itself. So yeah, hybrid assist is there. And yeah, now in paper it has been tuned for better fuel economy. So obviously by listening to that you can know that the power has been decreased, and in paper it shows around 102 bhp and 137 newton meters of torque. Nothing very exciting. You cannot expect much of performance from this car. With 1 or 2 people it will be great, but with the whole car loaded with luggage and all 6 people, then I think there might be, like, you may face little bit of lack of power. But the hybrid assist actually pulls the car really very nicely. So that's everything about the changes that the new Suzuki XL6 facelift has got. Let's now go for a test drive and tell you if it feels different to drive than the pre-facelift model. So let's do that. So right now I am driving the Suzuki XL6 facelift model. This is the manual car actually. The automatic car is not yet available in the showroom for test drive. So first of all, the engine doesn't feel any underpowered, because right now currently only 2 persons, we are only sitting 2 persons, so it might be, the situation might be for that. And yeah, obviously the steering feel and all those sorts of things are very decent, very nice, very smooth, and the ride quality around bed patches are also very nicely tuned, just like the pre-facelift model. There is no complaint about the ride quality. The NVH levels are also nice. The AC also works very nicely. I forgot to tell you about one thing, that is the 360-degree camera situation. So once you turn it on, you can see the 360-degree camera getting turned on, and you can see the ORVM type situation. And in terms of visibility, the XL6 was always great. It always had a very nice visibility. There's no blind spot area around the A pillar, B pillar, and also the ORVMs and the windshield or the front view is really very great. There was not much of an issue, but the 360-degree camera actually improves the blind spot monitoring much more, because the outside ORVM actually helps that. And talking about pulling the car, it pulls really very nicely, absorbs the bumps nicely, and yeah, like typical Maruti Suzuki ride, it's obviously something like that. And if you are always driving in a Maruti Suzuki car, then yeah, you will like just feel like home. And about the decrease in power, you don't feel that, because there is the hybrid assist actually. So let's now talk about the acceleration of the Suzuki XL6 facelift. So let me just stop it and then push it.
No phones connected. Please connect and try again. Goodbye for now.
So yeah, the engine makes lots of noise and it revs up to 6000 RPM. That's the funny part. But don't expect much from this car, because it's a MPV, it's a people carrier. The steering, yeah, it's weights up really very nicely. There's not much of an issue. And yeah, with just 2 people, then the speed increases very nicely. There's not much of an issue. And obviously it absorbs the bumps very nicely. The suspension has been tuned considering Indian road situation. So obviously, just like the pre-facelift model, you will really feel very comfortable ride. But yeah, you don't have to expect much above like 100 or 20 kilometers per hour. You can easily cruise around 80-90 kilometers per hour. Then this will like give you the best fuel economy and also a better comfortable ride. But above that, it doesn't feel much safe because the car is tall. Obviously there is a body roll that you can feel. And other than that, overtaking with the manual car is really very good. The gearbox, as you already know, Maruti Suzuki gearbox are always like the manual gearbox are always very nice, but not like the 1.2 liter in gearbox that you find with the 1.2 liter engine just in the Swift and the Baleno. They are much more sleek, and this is a little bit notchy. I don't know, maybe because of the car is new, but the clutch feel is really very light. Hydraulic clutch obviously, so it's light, and again, just like the 1.2 liter engine, it's not that slick, but yeah, you won't feel anything. If you nitpick, then you may know that, but as I drive many cars, I can feel that obviously comparing with other Maruti Suzuki cars. Now let's take a U-turn here and you will get to know how this thing the turning radius of this car is. Even though it's above even though it's above 4 meters in length, then still the turning radius is really very good. I actually installed it and the start stop system didn't really work. So before I forget, as the issue have came out, the start stop system has been given in this car, but once you install it, just like the Skoda Slavia and Volkswagen Virtus, the sedan, obviously those are sedans, but they also got the start stop system. The start stop system, once you install it, starts automatically once you press the clutch, but not in the XL6. So great that happened, and I could able to show you. So yeah, the ride and every sort of thing in the facelift model is decent enough. Visibility of the car is very good. The NVH levels are also well maintained. Then before I can say that the NVH level has been improved, I feel that. And obviously the handling is decent enough. The brakes are also decent enough, but if you cruise around 80 to 90 kilometers per hour, then it's very decent, and above that you will feel a little bit like may come into tense situations. So don't race drive this car. Obviously this is a people's carrier and it's all about the rear seating space, but just like an Ertiga, this is a premium car. There is no AC vents on the rear. AC vents could have been introduced with the facelift model, this one actually. And yeah, obviously that's not there. I don't have much complaint with this, but it could have been given. And if you nitpick, you can see a few more things here and there, but obviously at this price point, very decent car. And yeah, rear disc brake could have been given. Then the braking, I think, would have improved. There is only rear drum brakes with ABS and EBD, and this works very nicely. And nowadays ABS are very nice in every sort of car. They are very much helpful while braking a very heavy car, and this is a heavy car. It gross weight is around 1.7 tons, I think. Oh yes, 1.7 tons. So considering that, it's very good. And with 2 to 3 people, the ride quality or the handling is decent. The suspensions are used very nicely. The engine pulls really very nicely. The energy flow system, let me show you. Where is the energy flow system? So here is the torque and power output situation that has been showing in the car. And yeah, obviously acceleration is shown, then braking is also shown, and again this is the energy flow system. So that's everything about the Suzuki XL6 facelift. And if you are watching the video till now, hopefully you like the video, and my verdict is that a little bit of more things could have been given. Obviously in much more like Pro Plus model could have been introduced, where you will get a bigger or much wider tire, and also better like brakes and all those sorts of things. But obviously with that, the pricing will increase. I don't know how they will figure that out, but they could have done that. So that's everything about the driver impression and the overall walkaround of the Maruti Suzuki XL6 2022 model, facelift model obviously. And if you're watching this video, then make sure you like the video and also share it with your friends and family. So until next time, see you then.